Hello, boils, ghouls, and creatures of all kind. It's me, Zach, from that podcast that you're listening to. I just wanted to offer a content warning up top. This movie covers some themes that could be upsetting to some, and by extension, so does our discussion. If you aren't in a place to, or simply don't want to hear stuff like that right now, then don't worry, just know we love you, and we sincerely hope we'll catch you on the next one. I would also just want to apologise to Georgina Campbell for getting her name wrong. So with that said, we hope you enjoy this week's episode of Wimplash, Barbarian. Hello, boils, ghouls, and creatures of all kind, and welcome to Wimplash, the horror movie podcast where each week two seasoned genre veterans introduce their yellow-bellied best friend to the wonderful world of horror movies. I am one of said horror movie aficionados. My name's Zach, and with me, as ever, I am joined by the whitest kid I know, horror movie fanatic, John Grizzly. Baby Bell.
Hello.
We will get back to the bar because I've got a good fact about that. But before we do, we need to be introduced to the wimp in the Wimplash, our very own redhead at the gas station, horror movie wuss, Willy Webborn.
Hello. I'm going to start this by saying something that we always forget to say. This is always the case. Spoilers, always spoilers. But the main spoiler about this is I didn't see one Barbarian, or did I?
I will go into this later.
Oh, wait, did I?
Well, maybe you did see a Barbarian. There's various reasons why it's called Barbarian, but I'll touch on that later on. In fact, I can see Zach's nodding as well, so I think you've also got some notes on the same.
Oh, I'll touch on you whenever I want. But before we get into tonight's movie, for the new listeners, a little summation of what we do here at Wimplash. Each week, we have a movie picked from the movie Wheel of Doom, a list of the best and worst horror movies that man can find, and we subject our little horror movie wimp, Willy Webborn, a man who's seen at this rate 5.5 horror movies, to go in blind, watch the movie in the dark on his own, and then come back to us with his honest opinion on the pod.
Yeah, and I'm saying that, going into this film blind was probably the worst of all the ones we've done thus far, because that was such a tense film and I was constantly scared, and as I said, I have no clue what is going to happen in these films, and this film at no point during the beginning you had any idea what was going on. What was the bad thing? Do you want me to go into all my spin-offs of what I thought the bad thing was, till the bad thing bad?
Before the bad thing bad, let's give the floor over to John Grizzly for his introduction to this week's movie.
Well, weirdly, we're continuing our theme of creepy mums. A new mama appears to the Wimplash pod, but this time she not only touches the floor, she smashes through the walls. It's 2022's Barbarian, Zach Cregger's first foray to horror directing. I first went into this film totally blind with trailers, reviews, nothing. I had no idea what was going on. I just knew it was a new horror film I had to see. And what a roller coaster it turned out to be. I added this film to our collection of scary cinema before I dialed into what I think gives you the heebie-jeebies, Mr. Webborn.
Heebie-jeebies?
The heebie-jeebies, Mr. Webborn. So while there's arguably no supernatural elements, I hope this big old bird and her bad dad gave you a spooking. Let's tunnel under the suburban exterior of your psyche and breastfeed some horror into your ear holes.
Oh, bravo! Wonderful.
Yeah, you deserve a bravo for the first time.
So we ended last episode with a new game where we give you the title of the movie and you need to give us a blurb of what you thought the movie is. And you gave us Silky Strongman. Silky Body Strongman, I believe?
It's something
Silky
like that.
Smooth Strongman.
Silky Smooth. I'll make a note of this next one.
So, take us from there. You went in with the expectations of a Silky Smooth Strongman. How did this movie meet your expectations?
Oh, so it met my expectations in the fact that I wasn't far off, except I didn't get a silky man. I got a saggy-titted screamer.
You got another slimy mum.
Yeah, another. I'm not going to call her mama. I'm going to call her mummy.
Mummy.
Or bammy. Oh my gosh, right, this film was fucking incredible.
That's the first nice thing you've said about any of the films so far. Actually, no, Poltergeist you liked.
I love Poltergeist. No, like, as I said, going from the top, it's so different going into a film blind where you actually had no concept and the film is called Barbarian and then you're like waiting to see what happens in a film. And this one, for so long, well, this at the beginning, let's say she arrives at this house and there's someone in there, you're like, all right, so this guy's a serial killer, obviously, isn't he? We're just waiting for like the first 20 minutes of what is Keith going to do. Did you feel the same when you first watched it?
When I first watched it, it was shortly after it came out, and everyone I heard, all the buzz around the movie was, don't read into it, go into this movie blind. And it does a perfect job of setting up an expectation of exactly what you think this movie will be.
Yeah.
And then ripping it out from underneath you with the strength of a horrendously abused and inbred giant woman. I think we should really touch on that this early on, is that Mother is the real victim in here. We're going to make a lot of jokes about her being a giant titty monster lady, but she is absolutely the victim in this scenario.
What was she, though? Was she, like they say, she was...
She was a horrendously inbred lady who was brought up in a basement.
But, like, how can she be so horrendously inbred in such a short period, if you get me?
Well, suspension of disbelief would have you say she's a big mutant who's been inbred to be strong as fuck.
I think it's just that, and like really jumping ahead, that Richard Brake basically is having babies with his daughters as soon as they're able to have babies. And as they say, as the Andre, the homeless man, later says, it's a copy of a copy of a copy. It's...
Yeah, just to get to that level so fast, like...
Maybe his cum is weird.
There we are, we have the line of the podcast. Maybe his cum is weird.
I'll tell you what mine is.
To go back to what you were saying about the introduction, the expectations, Bill Skarsgård, he's in the Airbnb, it's been double booked.
Yeah.
This whole movie started as a writing exercise by Zach Cregger, the director, where he read a book called, I believe it's called The Gift of Fear. And it is a book written by a security expert, basically about the different red flags that someone can raise and how, although appearances can be deceiving, trusting your initial gut instincts can save you. And basically, Zach Cregger wanted to write a scene where all of these different red flags are being presented to Tess, the female lead, and what she would do in that scenario. And he got to the point where it was developing into a story, and he thought, right, it's going to be boring if I just make Keith into a serial killer. He's the bad guy. What can I do to make this interesting? So he went into the basement, he got a giant mutated lady, and he just started smashing skulls.
What a brilliant out of left field that is as well. Because it starts so tense. I love that about this film, because like I said, I went in blind when I first saw it. And it just starts with that, will they, won't they, or will he kill her, won't he? Or will she kill him? We don't know what's going on there. What is this creepy? Is this actually a fuck up on Airbnb? And then that happens down in the tunnels.
I must say, like, I feel like Keith, and it makes me question. It made me question everything and how I might come across. Like, thinking I'm being nice, but am I just being a right old creep? It made me question that. Like, I was like, he's doing all the things I do. Why don't I trust him?
You should stop making cups of tea for ladies when they don't want them.
It seems like he was doing everything he could not to be a creep, but at the same time, that made him even more suspicious. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's a weird sign of the times where if you're genuinely just a good bloke, it comes off even weirder if you're trying to... Honestly, I'm not a creep. Honest, I'm not. And even if you're not, that makes you seem more of a creep.
But I think with it, especially with the way that Bill Skarsgård portrays the character, obviously you've got that natural assumption that he's going to be evil because he just came off the back of playing Pennywise, for example.
Yeah.
But that whole scene was written with him initially as the bad guy. So there is, although you learn, unfortunately, that he's not the evil in this movie, initially it was scripted where he was. So although he is seemingly handsome and charming, but also at the same time, like, for example, he's falling over himself to be problematic, but by doing so is being as problematic as he can.
So the way he was acting was actually as if he was the bad guy, but then they've just changed the scenery and he is actually an alright guy. He was being genuine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's insanity.
Well, I want to touch on this, Webb. So who do you think the real evil in this film was when you first saw it?
What do you mean?
Well, who's the monster in Barbarian?
But at the end of the film or at this point in the film?
Well, all the way through. I mean, having seen it for the first time, at the end,
Yeah.
who did you think the biggest horrible monster was in the film?
Oh, the serial killer.
Which was Richard Brake?
Richard Brake, the man in the basement who survived a very long time off mummy's milk.
I agree. He is absolutely the monster. He's horrifying.
Well, you mean the man with the underground rape dungeon and the giant mutated monster daughter that he uses to basically beck on his every call because he is a withered little sunless rape creature in the basement.
He's fucking horrible. He really is such a despicable character.
You're right asking me that question because I just realised what a twat AJ is.
You've just realised that AJ...
I love Justin Long. He could do no wrong in my eyes, to be honest.
Oh, he did wrong in this film.
Yeah, he's a little rapey boy.
He is
Horrible
indeed.
bastard. From the moment he shows up to the very end of the film, complete bastard, man.
But a cool little thing that I noticed is that the first time you see AJ in the movie, and this is all to do with character mirroring and how there's really the spectrum of male evil, from Keith as the fawning, falling over himself, am I going to be problematic? Am I just trying to make this lady comfortable but making her uncomfortable? To AJ, the accused and self-admitted rapist, all the way through to the big bad Richard Brake, I genuinely kidnap and molest people. The first time you see AJ's character, he's driving along the seafront and you've got this lovely beach scene. The first time you see Richard Brake's character, when AJ finds him in the basement and he opens the bedroom door, did you notice the lovely beach scene painted on the wall behind his bed?
No.
Yeah. So there's like a little visual mirroring to kind of play up that idea of when you get introduced to both AJ and Richard Brake's character, Frank, you've got that visual motif of the beach to kind of just subtly, psychologically tie them into the same boat.
Well, while we're talking about filmmaking, the one bit of CGI that they use in this film is, in the flashback sequence, the grass outside the house.
Yeah.
That's the only bit of CGI they used. No enhancing the actor who played the well, did they have a name for the daughter?
Mother.
No CGI there. That was all a bodysuit and like a big wig.
And a child's entertainer.
Really?
Yeah, the dude who plays Mother is apparently his day job is he writes kids' music.
Wow.
So does my brother. Doesn't mean anything.
Also a monster.
Can we just also take a minute to notice, like, they've portrayed Detroit as it truly is. They've left that place to rot, haven't they?
Oh, yeah. I did have it in my notes there. It's like, when she wakes up the next morning, she appears to have just woken up in Fallout 76.
But they reflect that really nicely in the flashback scene with the CGI grass, where they do touch on the whole white flight of the Reagan era in Detroit, where essentially the neighborhoods, all of the middle class essentially left it to rot and went to live elsewhere. But did you know, Webborn, to go back to some filmmaking of it, like the CGI grass, that was entirely a set built in Bulgaria.
Cheaper. Cheaper. I was going to say Detroit is fucked, but yeah, cheaper.
And another cool little filmmaking thing, and we will get into the scares and the reason why we do this, but I just from a technological standpoint, my favourite bit of filmmaking in this, the water tower at the end. Just to jump right to the end scene where AJ, Tess and Mother have their confrontation on the water tower. Originally, that was going to be the water tower in that field. They scouted it as a location. Zach Cregger, the director, got halfway up the steps, bottled it, realising just how afraid he is of heights, and decided we're building a set. However, they needed a nighttime background. So what they did is basically they built the set, they wrapped black cloth around the set, poked holes in it with light behind it, had a wind machine to shimmer so in the soft focus it would look like a city skyline, but they had it on a winch, so whenever they moved the camera, they could adjust it to meet the eye line.
That's wild
So
as well.
all of that behind them on the water tower is literally just a sheet, some wind, and some lights.
So that's why it looks
Amazing.
that way. Because it looks somewhat like street light lit up in a way, doesn't it? It's,
But it also looks kind of unreal at the same time,
Yeah.
almost. Yeah. It's so well made. It's a really, really well made film. Like the use of darkness in the... Should we get into the scares, actually? Because I want to talk about one of my favourite scenes. But
Yeah.
no, you go first. Go on.
No, I want to jump into the first... You know what I'm most afraid of and what I thought this film was going to be about?
Barbarians.
A silky man?
Women who can't touch the ground. No, you know, we're going back to Keith, changing the bed sheets, yeah? And there's that
Did
point...
you think he was a ghost for a second?
Yeah, genuine. I thought he was going to flip it, and he wasn't going to be there, and that was going to be the start of it.
That
Genuine.
would have been a
was-
fucking cool scare.
That would have been a good scare.
Yeah,
that.
no, that's what I was expecting. I was expecting him to... Because that's how I changed the sheets, by the way. I flip myself
You're a
inside.
ghost.
I'm a ghost. But I expected him to do that, and then it would just drop, and he wouldn't be there.
That would have been fucking
would have been good.
awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for, and then that's when the creep was going to kick in.
So I was waiting for, the first time I saw it, is that he was going to essentially envelop Tess in the sheet and use that as the initial...
Okay.
Essentially like Borat did to Pamela Anderson. Just like
The girl in
kidnap
the
her in
sack.
a bed sheet.
Oh, no, I was expecting ghosts out of that. I really was.
So as I say, yeah, we touched on silky smooth bodybuilder man as your expectation. What did you have any actual expectations of what this film would be going in?
No, really, I had nothing.
Well, that's good, because then it's one of those movies, in my opinion anyway, where it keeps you guessing throughout. Every time I found it built to this big crescendo when it really ramped up the horror, boom, it cuts and you're into another story.
Because into that ramping up of the horror, like, I won't go full in, but he says they are over there. There's more than one of them as well. Like, he got bit and he's like, they are down here. Do you notice that part?
Oh, he just said there's someone. He said there's someone down here.
No, he said, there's someone down here, but he also used the word they. I put a note of it.
They're down here.
Oh, right.
Then again, he didn't know there's more than one. He didn't know about Mr. Rapey Richard Brakeman.
Who I also found out is Welsh.
Is Richard Brake Welsh?
Ystrad Mynach.
Are you kidding me?
That's where he was born anyway. I don't know if he was raised there, but he was born in Ystrad Mynach.
I have seen Richard Brake in so many films, and he always stands out to me because he's just got that incredible face. I had no idea he was Welsh, and now I see him on the face of every Llanelli person I see every day.
Listen, he is your classic Cathilly ghoul.
No, sorry, that's because even at this point where Keith is like scared and panicked, I was like, even at that moment, I was like, this is a trap. This is a trap. But then he said that's where they were. Like,
Oh, that's right, yeah, don't go that way. You can't get out that way. That's where they were. That's where they bit him.
yeah, so that's what I mean. Even at that point, I was like, there's more than one.
I think that's just a fundamental misunderstanding of the English language on
Yeah,
your part.
I think that's all that's happened there. But I suppose you could, because he didn't know if there's more than
you
one,
up.
maybe he would be saying they or they.
Yeah, well, you don't know. We don't know.
Well, we do now.
Don't defend this boy.
I'm trying to help my little barbarian. Ba 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 ba.
I'm really surprised that this film did get you to this level. I'm still reeling from the fucking talk to me revelation.
That.
Yeah.
I still don't particularly trust you after that.
See, I still thinking on, like, I know it's the supernatural that freaks you out now. So, she's hypernatural. She's not a ghost. She's not floating. She doesn't float through the air. She touches the floor. But it still freaked you out and scared the shit out of you. So is it the atmosphere as well? I
Yeah,
guess?
this was so tense throughout the thing. But also, like, what was that? I knew what was happening from the beginning. This was possession, right? Like, it was always, in Talk to Me, it was always going to be about possession. In this, I had no idea what was going on, and I had no idea when it was going to begin. And it didn't begin for a very long time, even after they found the secret room.
Well, because you always say, it's like, I don't want to talk to you, please go about your
My
business.
favourite line in the whole film, I think you're about to say it.
Would you go down into the tunnels?
And no, in the words of her, when the door opens and she looks at it and she goes, nope. I was just like, I love you, Queen. You are my favourite character in any horror I've ever met.
A big shout out to, is it Georgia Campbell, her name?
Georgia Campbell, yeah, she's English, I think.
I was about to say, fucking incredible actress, English. I was watching a film recently. Influencers, the sequel to Influencer. If you haven't seen either of those films, highly recommend.
Are they horrors?
Yes, but...
No, I'm okay.
I'll put it on the list.
On the list.
In the second one, it starts with this English influencer, and it was only after about 15 minutes of screen time that I was like, fucking hell, that's Tess from Barbarian. And just because she was speaking in a natural English accent, completely different character, didn't recognise it, even though there was no prosthetic, no facial physical change. It's just she sells that character so fucking well.
She did a great job. I had no idea she was English, so I looked into the notes afterwards.
I only know her from that Netflix programme where that girl killed herself, whatever that one was.
13 Reasons Why?
He knows, something like that.
Is that it? I've not watched it.
Yeah, no, it's genuine.
Yeah, he said, 30 Reasons Why. He says, rolling down the sleeve to cover his tattoo.
Yes, I've got a tape on there that whenever I play it, tells me, "You're my 13th reason, Marty." I haven't seen it. This is someone called Marty.
That was actually a very similar voice to the main character.
Actually, for fuck's sake.
She gets bullied in school because of her stupid voice.
Oh, I'm going to shove a broom up that guy's butt. Yeah, that's a horrible scene.
Jesus.
Yeah, it goes there.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the broom up the bum is what sold me, but yeah, I'll watch it now. Hang on, right. Fuck Barbarian. Broom up the bum. Right, can you explain what the fuck is going on in this?
So that's reason 7. We'll trade off. We'll go one by one and we'll give you every 13 reasons. So, reason 1, pube sandwich.
Classic, yep.
Reason 2, the pubes were gone off.
Gone off pubes. Gone off pubes.
Reason 3...
I don't need reason 3. The pubes were gone
the
off.
Entire works of Salvador Dali.
Reason 4, Dante's Inferno.
You're just going literary with this now.
Reason 5, Danzig.
Oh, Glenn or the racehorse? Brian Danzig.
Brian Danzig. And that was reason 5. There's no reason 4. That's the big reveal of the show.
And reason 13 is the guy, some character was getting bullied, so the jocks, being American jocks, take him into the bathroom, and they're like, "This'll teach you," and they shove a broom up his arse.
Did they actually?
Yeah, genuine.
What's it going to teach him? What his bum feels like with a broom in it?
It's going to teach him how to do
How
backwards
to sweep
brooming.
the floor. You got there. You got there for me.
Not to be a nerd, boy. Don't be a nerd. Have this broom up your ass.
That's right. Only nerds don't have brooms in their asses.
This
Anyway,
is true.
back
I would
to
like-
Barbarian.
I was going to say, let's just put it out there. Bullying is bad, but talking about Danzig, let's get back to Mother.
Oh, yes. Joke of the podcast. Good work.
So far.
Well, let's talk about AJ a little bit, because obviously he did it. He fucking did it.
Well, having downtime with his bro.
Well, have you noticed that his bro, played by Zach Cregger, by the way?
Oh.
Yeah, director cameo,
Famously played Abraham Lincoln.
famously.
Got his butt beaten by a hammer.
And, of course, the famous Grapist sketch that we were talking about earlier.
Basically, Webborn, Zach Cregger started his career in a sketch comedy group called The Whitest Kids You Know. It's all available on YouTube. It is some of the finest comedy writing I've ever seen. And I think that's why he has developed so well into horror, as it is the same mechanic, essentially. Comedy and horror are all about build up and release. You build up to something and then you, boom, big, massive emotional release. And that's where I think, because obviously this film is funny as well. Like, for all his sins and for as much of a horrible rapist as he is, AJ, mainly through Justin Long playing the character, does have some really comedic moments. When you mirror Tess going into the basement for the first time, and it's tightly cropped, and you've got that fucking song by Necro. No, the song's called Necro. It's by the artist called A001. Fucking, that
the
whole
soundtrack's
EP
great.
is terrifying. And then you put that against AJ going into the basement for the first time, and it's wide angle. He's going in ass first with a measuring tape, because he's like, I'm going to get as much money out of this motherfucker as I can.
Pretty bitch.
I love it when he's looking up, can a rape dungeon add square footage? And he's like, oh, hell yeah.
Oh, and that drunken phone call he makes to the woman as well. That hurt. That really hurt.
This is what I mean. It goes to the spectrum of men in it. You've got the fawning, making people uncomfortable through their best intentions, Keith. You've got although, and this isn't to excuse or downplay anything that AJ has done, but when he admits to being a rapist, he even says himself, I never forced myself, she just needed some coercion. And then you've got Richard Brake, who is the full brutality, full force.
Who knows fully what he's doing. He's fucking horrible with it, too.
So that's not to say that any type of rape is any more justifiable than any other, but it just shows that there are those different... In the characters of the movie, oh my God, I feel like
this is
Keith
falling
over himself, trying to not make people uncomfortable.
You see what this film does to you? Brilliant.
But the line, I'm a persistent dude, I was just like...
You're a fucking rapist then, aren't you, mate? You're a fucking creep.
But it's great. It's bringing up these questions, isn't it? Like,
do we need to put a content warning at the beginning of this episode?
Maybe, yeah. We're saying the R word quite a lot.
Going back to the soundtrack as well, sorry. Even going back to the beginning of the film where she's in the car outside and there's all those screaming voices as the soundtrack.
Yep.
Wow, that was a horrible way to start a film.
So beautifully done, though, as it phases through the car window and everything's quiet and muffled and you've just got the pitter-patter of the rain on the windscreen. I think that was really beautifully done. And again, it's that instant build-up, 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 and release.
Bang. And you're in the film.
We didn't need to find out who Marcus was who kept calling her as well. It was just, we got a point. I brought up a point.
Well done. You watched the film.
It is obviously heavily hinted at that Marcus is a boyfriend and speaks to Tess's character that she always goes back. She can't leave, she always goes back. There's a deleted scene, apparently, according to the director, where she takes a phone call from Marcus and he's actually her boss, who she's having an affair with. The boss is a married man and she is having an affair with the boss. She tells him, look, I'm out. I've got a job interview. I'm in Detroit, interview a job. And he says, take the interview. Just make sure you come back. And apparently in the scene, she breaks down crying and says, I'll be back. I will come back. And that, again, mirrors her. As soon as she's out, she's freed from the basement.
Yeah.
Still goes back.
Still needs to go back to save Justin Long. That's her personality type. She has to go back and fix the mistake. She can't leave it be. It's her natural instinct to do what she can to correct the issue, even if it means that she's going to be at a net loss for doing it. And by net loss, I mean shot and thrown off a fucking water tower.
This film is just a series of bastardly men.
That was the original title.
We named our podcast the wrong thing.
So we haven't released yet.
True, they still don't change
we just introduced it all the time as Wimplash, but now we're now the series of bastardly men.
Wimplash, a series of bastardly men.
Hey, we got a tagline. Let's do it.
And to go to the title, though, there are a few different cool reasons why this film got called Barbarian.
Go on, hit
Do you
me,
want
I'm
to alternate them?
excited.
Do you want to alternate them, Zach? Because I've got a few.
All right, you go first.
All right. So, did you notice the name of the street webs?
Yeah.
Barbary Street.
Yeah.
So Richard Brake and Mother live on Barbary Street. They are barbarians.
Oh,
So that's one. That's a simple one.
you're a simple one.
Let's take it to, let's go to the opposite of simple. And apparently this was something that was only pointed out after the film came out. Basically, Zach Cregger is of the David Lynch film school, where he does everything subconsciously. It's just stream of consciousness and then finds meaning in it afterwards. Did you notice the door number was 476?
Yeah.
476 BC was the year that Rome fell to the barbarians.
You absolute twat.
It's a great one, isn't it? That's a good one. I like that.
That's madness.
And speaking of Roman barbarians,
Yeah.
do you know why barbarians are called barbarians?
Nope.
Because to the Romans, their language just sounds like ba, 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 ba. And what does Mother speak like?
Ba, ba, ba.
That's right, a barbarian.
And did you notice that if you take some of the letters of barbarian, you can quite easily spell Airbnb?
You're an absolute... I'm looking... You fool.
And just to touch on that one again, if you rearrange the letters in Airbnb, what can you make? Barbarian.
That is wild.
Again, another reason why I love doing this show is just you come in, scared as a little boy can be, and then we fucking educate you some.
I'm just a child.
All right, simple plan.
Very good.
Well, talking
Very
about
good.
pop punk and being inappropriate to women by extension, let's go back to Barbarian.
Oh, wow. Come on, don't attack the
What a
scene.
segue.
Don't
What a
attack the
segue.
scene.
I
Not
thought
now.
the scene attacked itself. Come on now. All I'm going to say is this is not brand new information.
Oh,
Oh, burn.
that's an all-American reject.
Was one of the guys an All-American Reject?
Yeah.
Pretty sure he was.
Yeah.
God.
Well, go back and listen to Dirty Little Secret and then
Yeah, this is true.
rethink
He's
about
at his
it.
all-time low there.
Yeah. The problem is, it was such a simple plan.
Full circle.
Can we go back? The word, like, you blow my mind with all the things about barbarianism. That is absolutely insane.
What I love, you didn't get any of them at all. I love that.
Other than, like, the fact they lived on Barbar Street.
So you got that. It wasn't, not the elephant Babar. You can't bring him into this. He's got enough ill repute.
This is you guys.
So what do you feel out of all of the... Because it's not a particularly jump scare heavy movie, but was there a particular moment that stood out to you as scariest? I personally have one, but I'd be interested in hearing yours first.
Oh, so the whole going down the stairs, the tension killed me throughout this film. Like, I was waiting and waiting. And when we finally meet mum, yeah, obviously it's bad because she bashes a guy's head to shit, but, like, that's just everyday life these days. Gore is there.
Gore is there, like an old friend.
But it was probably the darkness and just the what's the word?
Claustrophobia.
No, the like impending doom of she's coming down. She's slowly coming into the light, and then even with Justin Long's, with the flashlight is or the torch. Sorry, we're not in America. Is cutting out, and it's just she's getting closer. She's getting closer, and he's like, "Oh, she's coming. Oh, I don't like it."
That's actually one of my least favourite kind of things they do in horror films, is the failing torch, the failing light thing. Almost subverted a bit, like in Mama, where he's taking pictures with the flash instead of, I don't know, getting his phone out and using the torch on that.
I was going to say like Dr. Groblin.
It's like Dr. Groblin, yeah, because he just plays Fatal Frame with Mama instead of just getting some light source from somewhere.
In this setting, the only light is in that little room she has, right? So you imagine Mother's eyes are adjusted to this, like, if the torch goes out for AJ, there's no light.
So this is my favourite scare in the movie, and it plays on that. And I think it's directed and acted brilliantly, is when AJ is at Richard Brake's door in the basement before he's gone in, and he sees Mother in the distance, and she is feeling her way through the caves. She's so adapted to this tunnel that you see when she's walking, her hands are on the wall and she's navigating, but you see her ever so slightly come out of the darkness, realise where he is, and that she doesn't want to go in that room, and just recedes back into it, and you just see this little shot of her and then disappearing again. And I thought that was one of the most unnerving shots in the entire fucking movie.
It's brilliantly shot, that bit. That's that part, when I saw it for the first time, I was like, yeah, I like this film. It's giving me shivers just thinking about it. The whole her, you know that she's the monster at this point, this is what you think. Just that little edge of darkness when you can just about make her out in the darkness, and then she recedes from it, and you know something's worse is there.
Well, you know what really is quite scary about this film as well is the noises of the gunshots. They're not big cinematic boom action movie noises, and you think, like, even in the cavernous space that they would be, but it's not. It's such a realistic just pop.
Yeah, because that's what guns sound like, isn't it?
Exactly. Rather than hamming it up and making it Hollywood, it is just this horrible boom. Oh, God, that really fucked me off. The realism of the noise of the gun was just, oh.
Was this his first directing film, or has he done others?
This is his first feature film.
First feature.
Yeah, he did some Whitest Kids You Know films. They did, like, the Civil War on drugs, and I think they did an animated film as well. But I think he directed a lot of the sketches for Whitest Kids You Know.
Mm-hmm. But, like, as for a film, like, if this is, like, the opening show, bravo to the guy. That was fucking incredible.
honestly, his follow-up film, Weapons, that came out this year,
Oh,
blows this out of the
Weapons.
water. Yeah, Weapons is his follow-up.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I had to. Everyone kept going on about it.
It is fantastic. I was going to put it on the list, but if you've seen it already...
Incredible.
I might put it on anyway. I love the film. It's
Yeah,
great.
to be fair, I could rewatch Weapons.
yeah.
I'd happily see it again.
That's him?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's a genius.
It's time, gentlemen, though. And given that I've done no physical note-taking, this is going to be off the dome. It's time for everybody's favourite part of the show, Willy Webborn's dancing. It is Ice Z's Body Count.
Let's go, motherfucker.
Let's see if I can do this off the top of my head, and then, gentlemen, you will have to correct me if I'm wrong. Body count is maybe the highest we've had in a film so far if you take the plane crash out of consideration in Pulse.
And the rest of the
And
world.
the rest of the honourable mention for the rest of the world.
Honourable.
You have got... First death is Keith getting his head absolutely fucking souped by the mother.
Caved in.
Keith in. Second death, you have, I believe, this is when Richard Brake's character, Frank, as a little old man, gets discovered by AJ. AJ watches one of his rape tapes, and Richard Brake pops himself. The next death is, and bless his soul, is our hero, Andre, the unhoused gentleman, who gets his arm ripped off and then beaten to death with it by the mother. Then you get AJ getting his head split like a cantaloupe by mother. And then last but not least, in a horrible moment where you kind of see what little humanity is really there for this poor, inbred, unsocialized abuse victim. She gets popped square in the jaw. Credits.
Baby.
Going back to the scene with Andre the unhoused hero, I was listening to an interview with Zach Cregger earlier on... wait there, let me find the name of it. We've got to shout them out because it was a fucking good show.
Did you notice what he's calling after when he at first is kind of chasing her down? Hey, little girl.
You come out of that house.
Going back to that, I thought it was Keith. I genuinely thought
You thought it was Keith chasing her down?
Yeah, I thought this was like part of the ploy. I thought Keith had dressed up as a homeless person, scaring her into the house.
They're going to love this if they ever hear it as a segue, but the extra credits. It was a podcast. They were interviewing Zach Cregger, and he was describing that scene with Mother breaking in and killing Andre, the unhoused hero. And he was saying that that's one of his least favourite parts of the film because he didn't feel like he set it up enough that he didn't set it up enough that Andre would be killed by Mother. Really, you only see when they escape out of the basement and the mother's in the window and you see Andre pulling Tess's sleeve to get her away. He doesn't feel that was enough of an impetus for Mother to really hunt Andre down and want to kill him. And in the podcast, he was saying, like, maybe, they could have been trying to dig the bullet out of his stomach and she screamed and Mother heard that. And he goes, fuck's sake. They were like, what? He's like, I've just come up with that now. That's so much of a better idea.
No, I thought it was just Mama looking for a baby.
I think that's all it was. They didn't need much more setup than that because it looks like he's abducted the baby from her because he's pulled her out of that window when she's trying to escape. And that's a good enough setup. But yeah, okay, maybe it would have been better if he'd had more of a setup, like having him digging around and her screaming out. But it still worked. And it give you that nice little jump scare of, she ain't never getting in here, boom, through the wall.
Fucking Kool-Aid Man style.
Yeah.
But talking about didn't work, can we take a moment to talk about how fucking ineffectual the cops were in this movie?
Oh, Christ.
Like, don't get me wrong, Zach Cregger strikes me in an interview and, like, just seeing him, I think he is a bit of a punk himself. He's definitely got punk rock credentials. And in this and Weapons, he absolutely wears his heart on his sleeve. His opinions about the police.
Oh, I've just read in my notes there, something I wanted to go back to. Keith, who we've kind of forgotten about a bit now, because we've gone on to, like, with the other monsters. Did you enjoy the little fake-outs with the night terrors he was having?
Oh, yeah.
Did that give you a little shudder?
Why was the door open?
Because the mother comes out at night.
She's sneaking about.
But obviously you don't know it at that stage. So, again, nothing has been set up. Yeah, exactly. Another misdirect, something that you still don't know what's going on. Did you have supernatural inklings at that stage when she wakes up The door is open. You see the basement door close behind her when she's speaking to Keith. Where was your heart, your spleen, and your mind at this time?
Well, when the door closed in the distance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of poo came out. I don't like that stuff. But yeah, I was like, ghostly elements. There's a ghost. This is a ghost film. The guys don't know I like ghosts. This is going to be about ghosts. And you guys, clever, because I assume that all films are going to be about ghosts. This one wasn't, and it was scarier than all the films we watched thus far.
Well, suck an entire barrel of dicks, because I gave you what I considered to be a really scary ghost film. You're like, nah, mediocre, so...
Oh, shake my hand, I'm really scary.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm going to shake your hand off your body like Mother did to Andre.
Hey, don't let me in.
I wish we had the cameras rolling for this part of the podcast to have his little sassy finger going for that, for fuck's sake.
Can we go into all the gore deaths as well that Mother produces?
Let's get the fuck in there.
Let's go first. Number one, Keith. As I said, at this point, I still didn't trust the guy. I thought he was playing a trick on Tess, being just acting out. And then something bit me and she's like, let's get out of here, can't go that way. And then next thing, smash. And it wasn't just the one he's dead, it's keep going, keep
fucking
going,
smashing.
Going, end scene. And you're like, what? Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
As I say, you went into it blind, so how was it at that stage? Because I can imagine you didn't know the cast. Smash, smash, it blacks out, it cuts in, it blacks out, it cuts in, it blacks out, it cuts in. Justin Long?
The real jump scare.
And he seems to be acting out his best Anthony Kiedis in the car.
Singing fucking Ricky Ticky Taffy by Donovan. Another great little thing. And we'll go back to the gore. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
Ricky Ticky Taffy by Donovan, a song about a mongoose killing snakes. Did you notice that every time you cut back to, as Zach Cregger calls it, Tess's world in the house, you see the emblem of a snake on her mirror? So that whole idea of him singing Ricky Ticky Taffy about the mongoose killing the snake, although it just seems like, oh, look at Justin Long singing a fun song, thematically, they're just layering shit at you subconsciously the whole time.
And he popped it.
He did. Yeah, he popped it.
What is this guy? What is this director?
Fucking genius.
He's great, isn't he? He's really good. Again, this is, I don't want to call him a YouTuber, actually, because I'd say Whitest Kids You Know is more of a internet comedy series. Is it pre-YouTube?
It was a fully running network TV show.
They're actually on the network. Excellent. Yeah. Well, I just know them from the internet more than actually having seen their show. So I was going to say, this is the second in the series we've had of internet comedians making horror films.
Can we do this more often? I love learning stuff.
We'll do it once a week if you want, Webbs.
But you were telling us about the gore.
Yeah, I was. Does Bitty count as gore?
I'll talk about the hair on the nipple of the bottle.
The best. Right, once I finish the films, I messaged the WhatsApp group that we have, and I just sent the poster because of the hair coming off the end of that ball is the finest touch of horror I think I've ever seen.
That was a mistake.
What?
Originally. Yeah, so the wig that the actor playing Mother was wearing, a little bit of the hair got on the bottle. Zach Cregger loved it. It's like, nah, let's get a bit more on there.
It was rank.
It is absolutely disgusting. It's horrifying.
Horrible touch. But again, it is just stomach churning and works so well. Just little minute details. Again, that one isn't really thematic or...
It's just fucking horrible.
It looks like he approached this film half David Lynch, half Sam Raimi, and it just works on every fucking level.
And then, obviously, AJ won't take a drink from Mummy's milk bottle, so she's decided... Yeah, he gets taken up to the room as well. Nice touch going back into the past and him just buying this VHS that he leaves on for the mother. My God. And then that's all she knows, really, is being a mum.
Another gore bit that was missed out, though, is that in the original script, when he was taken into Mother's room for Bitty, apparently he thrashes away and he doesn't take the nipple, and she was meant to grab a rat that runs past, chew it up, and baby bird a dead rat into his mouth. But apparently it gave away far too much of Mother's face at that stage, and they still wanted to have a sense of disconnect and not revealing too much. They eventually cut that. They filmed it, but they cut it.
That would have been insane.
Did you notice that at the end, when you see her face, she looks just like the Phantom of the Opera?
What, the
Lon
newish?
Chaney one. Is it Lon Chaney?
I think it's Lon Chaney.
Yeah, she looks, I thought anyway, facially.
Oh, it's a personal opinion. I thought you were
Oh,
giving
yeah,
me...
no, I don't know if it's actually meant to happen.
Oh, no, I was thinking the Dick Cheney one.
No, Lon Chaney's the Wolfman. Dick Cheney. You ever know she looked just like Dick Cheney?
Same bloodlust as well.
The next gory part was probably ripping off the arm and beating, what did you call that homeless gentleman?
Andre the Unhoused Hero.
Andre 3000 amazing lines.
And then the ultimate goal, which is everyone's new favourite, pushing the thumbs into the eyes.
It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache.
Yeah, and then ripping the skull, but not like ripping it so you just see it like get wider, you know? Like it's not ripped apart, but you know, oh, she's just split his face open and left it there.
She's making hot dog buns.
Apparently that was the hardest day of the whole shoot. This is apparently the last day. Everyone's at each other's throats. They have got basically 15 minutes a scene to get down. Zach Cregger's gone on record saying that's not how he wanted that shot to go. Apparently there was meant to be like blood effects and things when the head got ripped.
Oh, they're going to go full Kurosawa with it, with blood spray everywhere and all that. That would have been fun.
But they really worked on the sound effects, so I think that sold it even better.
Oh, absolutely.
But my favourite part about that is when you see the credit scenes after she shoots Mother and she's walking down the road and you see the sun coming up behind her. Mm-hmm. That was meant to be a nighttime shot. They simply ran out of time filming that and were like, we can only get this shot now. So it works thematically. It's quite nice. She's coming into this new day, but that was never meant to be. That was simply just they ran out of time making the movie.
This is quite a lucky film. A lot of stuff just came together really well.
Yeah.
But, and, sorry, going to that part where obviously Tess kills Mother. AJ, I know he thinks like I saved her by like
Oh, he's a fucking scumbag, isn't he? He's such an arsehole.
He got the gun, shoot first, think later. He did it before, why didn't he do it this time with Mother?
Well, there was something about that, actually. I remember reading it. You remember when he drops, I think it's the knife, when he first goes down into the tunnels. He later drops the gun the exact same way. He's just a butterfingered twat.
No, but what I mean is he goes down after throwing her off the roof to go see what's happened, and he's got the gun. Why didn't he just pop Mama then?
Because he is instantly on the defensive, rewriting his narrative.
Oh!
He is straight into, you fell, you slipped, I was trying to save you, I'm so glad you're alive, I was the one trying... And this is, I think, really powerful of his character, because this is moments after he has that breakdown in the conversation with Tess and Andre, and he's talking, in quotes, about shooting Tess and how he hurt someone and he doesn't know if he's a bad person or if he just does bad things, when really, you know he's talking about the sexual assault that he's permitted on his co-star. And you think you have this character moment of like, oh, there's been some growth for AJ. And then a moment later, he's in a life or death situation, throws an innocent woman to her death, but the moment he notices she survives, he's instantly on the defensive. You slipped, I tried to save you, there was nothing I could do, I'm so glad you're alive.
This is mad.
He's such an arsehole throughout. Even the kind of like almost kind of hypocrisy, even though it's obviously way worse, when he watches the VHS Richard Brake's been watching of Richard Brake's horrible acts. So I should stop calling Richard Brake, because that's really, it's a horrible character and he's such a good actor.
Gas Station Redhead, sorry.
Frank, yeah, when he's watched Gas Station Redhead, I said, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? And it's like, well, yeah, he's a really fucked up rapist. You're also a rapist, buddy. You'd start thinking like maybe he's starting to rethink things. But then, yeah, you're right. That growth goes nowhere because he fucks himself up being a scumbag.
To go back to Richard Brake in his... to go back to Frank.
Let's call him Frank.
Don't disrespect Welshman like that, boys.
To be fair, to apologise to our fellow countrymen.
Sorry, Richard. You're incredible. We love you.
The names on the cassette tapes in the room those are some of the most harrowing things ever, because some of them have names of the ladies that he's kidnapped. Others are simply identifiers. There's Gas Station Redhead, Irish, Blind, Puker. It's fucking just horrifying.
There's so many as well.
And also kind of reminds me of Dennis Reynolds' sex tape collection.
The 6 stages of...
the Dennis system.
The Dennis system.
The implication.
It is all about the implication.
And he dresses up as like the electrician, like electrical thing to gain access to this house.
Thank you for reminding me.
There was an actual serial killer who did that, wasn't it? Was it the Toy Box Killer?
No, it was BTK.
BTK? Breakfast, turkey, and killer.
Breakfast Turkey Killer. One thing I liked about that scene
killer.
is that he introduces himself at the doorway from being DWP, Detroit Water and Power. On my first watch, I was like, what's the Department of Work and Pensions doing here?
I used to work for them, so that's immediately where my mind went. I was like, oh no. What are they doing here?
Sorry, we're going back to him wearing that outfit and going back and the neighbour being like, we're putting a sign on the lawn. He was wearing a jumpsuit with the name Ramos on it, and the neighbour didn't pick up on that. And I thought that was very true of the American way, that they're not outside their own world. They just got to talk about themselves. Like, just be ignorant to the fact this man, who he knows, is wearing a jumpsuit with someone else's name on, not question it.
I liked in that scene as well, just from a purely cinematic filmmaking standpoint, is, again, it's a big cut to, in a moment of tension, to a flashback that you don't see coming. And I like that it cuts to a 4:3 aspect ratio when everything else has been in like your average 16:9. But everything is shot on like a super wide angle lens. So although Richard Brake is in the center of frame pretty much at all times, everything is super wide angle in 4:3 in Technicolor, and it almost looks like a completely different movie. And I think that was like a really jarring tonal shift when a moment ago you're in this fucking bleak, dark, dingy, horrible basement scenario, and then boom, this giant pop of like pop art color comes at you.
Flashbang. It just surprises you.
But also one of the most harrowing fucking scenes.
Yeah.
Zach Cregger was asked if they filmed any of Frank's actions for the film, and I really like his standpoint on it. He was like, why the fuck would I ever want to film any of that? He was like, the implication is fine, I don't want to see that shit, let alone put it on camera and make other people see it.
Yeah.
Good answer, Zach.
Just flip him off the window, isn't it? Like, that says it all, really, doesn't it?
100%. And the framing of when he's in his car watching the other woman and how she is perfectly framed within the window of his car. It's just, oh my God, just... his DP was Zach.
I was going to say, was that Zach Cregger directing that bit? Was there a second unit for that, the flashback part? Because I didn't look that up.
So Zach Cregger directed all, but Zach Cooperstein was the director of photography, and fucking hell, that guy knows how to shoot the movie. That was so it just the whole thing, like, from a cinematic standpoint, was just stunning.
Going back to my favourite scene of that darkness of her just appearing on the light, it's so difficult to get that, of just someone slightly emerging from the blackness. Perfectly done. So perfectly done.
And when she's in the darkness and you see Mother and she's there with Tess and Justin Long looks at her from the darkness and says, "Get your hands off my woman, motherfucker." Long-winded darkness joke. We got there in the end.
There's even a song by The Darkness called Barbarian I've had in my head for a week. Did you not know? Great song.
That's going to sound fucking great on the podcast.
I can't wait for that.
So I actually have a question for you guys.
Oh, I don't like this section.
This section is called Willy or Won't He?
Did you watch the end of the credits to see if she came back?
I got to the one where Tess is at the bar and Nick Fury walks in and says, "I need to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative."
Yeah.
But apart from that, no, I didn't.
Okay.
Was there one?
No.
You did.
So to answer the question, won't he?
I was like, I thought that would have been the best. Well, no, it would have just been another way to go forward. She's just been shot in the head, but if she can't be killed by a car slamming her into a building, who's to say a gunshot's going to kill her? I thought there might have been at the end of this, because they were doing that jumping in and out of the credits, there might have been one more scene at the end of just maybe a mama being like, or something like that.
Fun fact, the voice of the nursing woman in the video is Sarah Paxton, I don't know how it's pronounced, Zach Cregger's wife.
Oh, really?
Peter Jackson puts his kids in the Lord of the Rings films too.
Peter Jackson puts his kids in a box.
Throws them into Mount Doom.
I was going to propose this to you, Evan, and we'll keep this in the episode, actually. If we tackle enough horror films,
Yeah.
can we do a reverse Wimplash where, say, every 20 horror films, I've got to watch a Lord of the Rings movie?
Yeah, I think it should be more than 20, to be honest, but...
You've got to earn your treat.
Yeah, but I think I get to pick the film because I've already been writing the opening script in my head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I've already, in my head, I've been writing this opening script of the way you do it, except love.
Oh,
God.
God.
You're going to make us watch Love Actually, you bastard.
You're going to watch us make love, is what I was about to say. No, you're going to make us watch people make love. You're going to watch us make love.
Now we're going to watch The Holiday.
With Jack Black and Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, and
Never
Jude
heard of it.
They go on holiday to England, they does, and they find out that they got the wrong partners to love.
Ah, they've got the wrong parts to love. They take their trousers off and it's all hands. No genitals.
He's got a handy down there.
Do we have anything else we want to say about this movie before we jump?
Jimp? Let's jimp out
Should we
of it.
jump? Or...
There is one thing we haven't touched on. Did anyone pick up on the Jane Eyre reference? Or is this just me who's read that?
No, wait, is this about women who can't touch the floor again?
It's not A.
Oh, it's not like that. Right.
You know
Sorry.
Jane Eyre, the classic woman who couldn't touch the floor.
Yeah.
Jane Eyre is not an Air Bud sequel, before you ask.
Jane Eyre, bud.
I need to draw that.
What was that film with the basketball kid who could fly?
Basketball kid who could fly. That's what it was called.
You tell the story, I'm going to go look now.
So Jane Eyre, as AJ is looking through all the stuff, is like, what the fuck? People have left their shit behind. He finds a copy of Jane Eyre in one of the suitcases, which I presume is Tess's. In Jane Eyre, there is a mentally handicapped, crazy woman locked in a house. So a little bit of foreshadowing came from that book there, if you've read Jane Eyre.
Also, apparently, it's Keith's suitcase.
Oh, okay.
And it's meant to be one of those whole, is he a nice guy? Is it the whole soft boy, I drink matcha lattes and read feminist literature to attract women and make them feel safe?
And have a pink laptop.
That scene, that is just
he
hilarious.
tosses the laptop.
He types, I assume, password into the password. It doesn't work, so he fucking frisbees the laptop.
Fuck it then.
Yeah, the ultimate scumbag. He is fucking incredible.
He really is such a bastard in it. I do like Justin Long, but he's such a bastard.
Oh,
in this
that's
film.
what I wanted to point out. This is the second horror film he's lost his eyes in.
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say another one then. I'm like, third.
I've seen another horror film with him recently.
Does he have eyes?
He does have eyes. The Hills also had eyes, but I don't think he's in that.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's Drag Me to Hell. He's in that.
Keeps his
I forgot
eyes
about
and
that.
drag me to hell.
He keeps his eyes. Someone else doesn't, though. That film is just a cartoon from start to finish. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous film.
Yeah, I found that film. It's called Like Mike.
Like Mike.
It's the kid from Stuart Little as well, and I know how much you love those films.
Oh, the Littlest Vampire.
Yeah, him. You know it.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Incredible.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm just looking at the cast at the moment of Like Mike. Little Bow Wow,
Yeah.
otherwise now known as Average Size Bow Wow.
The great song by Little Bow Wow as well.
Jesse Plemons. You've got Brenda Song from being married to Macaulay Culkin.
I was going to say Macaulay Culkin's wife.
Crispin Glover from lawsuits against Back to the Future and Back to the Future. That's a hell of a cast in this movie. Eugene Levy.
What a fucking roller coaster these last 5 minutes have been. All from The Littlest Vampire. We're here to talk about Barbarian. We've gone about... What have we spoken about tonight?
Boys, I think it's fair to say we've run out of things to say about this movie. Shall we jump into rating and reviewing?
Let's do the ratings. Let's do this.
So as we do each week, we are going to take it in turn, starting with our little horror movie. Horror movie wimp, Willy Webborn. rating the film out of 10 on 2 factors. First of all, scares, and then on overall cinematic enjoyment. The floor is yours, oh hairy one. Give us your take.
This is going to rate highly, and it's probably not on... Well, it is on scare, but it's on tension. And because of the tension alone, I couldn't, peek from beyond my pillow. So this is a high... It's 7 or 8, basically, and I don't want to go in the middle.
As scary as a Pulse or a Mama, but way scarier, apparently, than Talk to Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we change the scares to discomfort? Would that be more accurate?
Nope.
I think tension counts as scares.
Yeah, it does, and it was so tense that I was scared. I couldn't, get out from beyond my pillow, to be honest.
That's scares, yeah. We'll keep that scares.
And from a cinematic movie enjoyer's standpoint.
Double 8, 8.
Don't want to say double 8.
Yeah, let's avoid
Let's
that
avoid
one.
double 8.
What did I miss?
Double 8, HH, Heil Hitler. It's a Nazi code.
It's a dog whistle for the...
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
Yeah, that's the problem. So to rephrase what he says, 8 out of scares, 8 out of enjoyment. No double 8s.
No double 8s.
If I can presume to speak for the rest of the podcast, staunchly anti-Nazi.
Yeah, not a fan. Don't like him. I may be bald, but fuck him.
Grizzly, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. For scares, I'm going to give it a 4. It's incredibly tense, but it didn't scare me. I was intrigued and I was really enjoying the horribleness of it. It was more uncomfortable viewing than scary for me.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it's more the subject matter that was just disgusting and horrible, but not scary. There's that shot of the darkness which I fucking loved, which really got to me, but it's not enough to bring the rest of the film up.
Did you not find the tension scary then?
Not for me. I don't get scared of tension. I've got plenty of water retention to go with that. Hey!
And overall movie enjoyment subtly blasting past what you just said.
Thank you for that.
I'm going to give it an 8, because I thought it was really, really well done. Really well made film. The tension, the light effects, the sound design, excellently well done. Loved it. Brilliant film.
Beautiful, I can agree. Well, I'm not going to say I can agree, because I'm going to rate and review it myself. I know what you mean in terms of scares. It is... I don't know. I kind of disagree. I think the tunnel itself, just as a setting, let alone the implications of what happens in the tunnel, just like say the implication webs and giggles, the oppressive nature of it. Like, as a late 30s grown man, married man with his own house and a job, there are still nights when I turn the lights off downstairs to go to bed and I've got a fucking hot foot up the stairs because I don't want to look behind me. I don't want to look behind me. So I'm going to say, in terms of that, I'll give it a 6 for scares. I think the tension is great. There's a lot of horribleness to the movie and some really genuinely spooky scenes. In terms of overall movie enjoyment, it held up solidly on the second watch. It's the first time I've seen it since 2022 when it came out. And you always expect a bit of a degrade or to pick some holes in a second watch, but fucking really super enjoyed it. And I'm gonna agree and give it an 8 on the overall movie enjoyment.
It's a solid film. It's a good, well-made film.
It's not a perfect 10 out of 10, but so far, only Poltergeist has been for me, I believe.
I'm just so happy that I'm not the only one who has to hot foot upstairs when I turn off the lights.
I'm so happy I haven't had to threaten your life.
Like last week.
Would we like to take this opportunity to plug anything, gentlemen?
Yes. I would like to plug love. I love you both.
I love you too. That's very nice of you to say.
I would like to shout out Mr. Willy Webborn himself, because he got me and my wife out of a jam today. We had a broken down, busted up tyre, and he absolutely flew in like a superhero and helped us out. So shouts out to you, my wimpy man.
And you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity as well, because fuck it. This has been exactly what the doctor ordered. I've been in a fucking real morose, can't be fucked, stinking mood for days, and this has lightened my heart to no end. So I want to plug friendship and love, and especially you boys. This is the highlight of my fucking week. Thank you ever so much for indulging me in such a stupid little hobby.
Who would have thought such a horrible film about rape would bring us all together?
It took some convincing. I'm a persistent dude.
Oh, God. Ugh.
we've talked enough about the movie. What we haven't talked about, however, is the movie we are going to watch next week. So I'm going to throw over to you, Mr. Grimy Jonathan Grizzly, to spin the movie wheel of misfortune and pick what fucking horrible thing we're going to subject Willy to next week.
Let's give that boy a spin. It's landed on the film I've replaced Barbarian with on the wheel. Next week, we will be watching The Void.
I think we need a, as they used to call them in the National Lottery, independent adjudicator, because this seems a bit too on the nose. I'm taking back my plug for friendship. I think you're a lying bastard.
Hey, I will share the results with you. In fact, if we want to keep it as like me and you alternating, do you want me to respin and see what we get?
No, I really want to watch The Void again. I fucking love that movie.
I love The Void. It's almost a comfort film for me, but I'm not going to talk any more about it. Webbs, let's throw over to you. Just for the title alone, what do you think The Void is about?
Darkness.
Justin fucking Hawking. You can't just give us one word.
Justin fucking Long, actually. Can I not? Because what the void, right? Emptiness, darkness, caves. I don't know. Just the eternal damnation of the soul.
That sounds like a great film. Okay, I'm really looking forward to it again.
Am I right?
We will find out next week.
Hey!
Any closing thoughts? Barbarian. You got me rocking and rolling and rocking and rolling, Barbarian. There we go. There it fucking is. That's the end of the podcast.
Cut there. Perfect.
Bye.